This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back now to the new developments involving a deadly workplace shooting in Maryland.
Radee Prince is being held at a Delaware prison with a $2 million bond after a 10-hour manhunt. Prince was scheduled to work at Advanced Granite Solutions yesterday when he's believed to have gathered his co-workers and then opened fire. Prince is accused of killing 3 co-workers and leaving 2 others in critical condition at his office outside of Baltimore.
How do you get into a mind of a person that's capable of shooting 5 people that are co-workers? And I even get chills talking about it because I know what it's like when we do hunt individuals that are desperate.
About 2 hours later and 50 miles away, another shooting tied to Prince, this time at a car dealership in Wilmington, Delaware. The victim, a man Prince allegedly knew and had a previous dispute with. Authorities plastered Prince's face on billboards up and down I-95, which helped bring in tips and led investigators to Newark, Delaware, where Prince was spotted and later taken into custody after a short chase.
Cities across the country are vying for the chance to become home to Amazon's second headquarters, and the Suncoast is in the running. The Bradenton Area Economic Development Corporation is admitting 2 sites, one in Lakewood Ranch and another in North Manatee County. And as ABC's Marcy Gonzalez shows us, communities are getting creative in their pitches.
From giant Amazon boxes turning up across Birmingham, Alabama, to this 21-foot cactus sent as a gift from Tucson, Arizona, with the message that their community has, quote, room to grow. More than 100 cities going all out to convince Amazon to build its second headquarters in their city and bring with it an estimated $5 billion investment, along with as many as 50,000 jobs.
I want to be clear to Amazon. On day one, the second city is your first choice.
Even cities close to the online retailer's current headquarters in Seattle vying for a shot.
I would be so excited to have Amazon here in Marysville.
From coast to coast, the focus varying from practical incentives, including tax breaks, transportation, and talent.
We have a very young population, a growing population.
While others hoping to sell their city with some very memorable approaches. The mayor of Kansas City buying 1,000 products on Amazon and leaving not so subtle reviews for each.
I live in beautiful Kansas City where the average home price is just $122,000, so I know Lux Living doesn't have to cost a ton.
And speaking of mayors, that job is now offered to Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos of a new city being proposed outside of Atlanta if that area is chosen. They'd call it what else but Amazon, Georgia. And now the wait. Amazon won't announce their decision on where they'll build their second headquarters until next year. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Amazon takeover is certainly very widespread.
And Manatee County has some competition, looks
know.
like, out there. We wish Manatee County the best in trying to land Amazon. Who knows?
Yeah,
right?
Who knows? Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your first alert forecast. Bob?
Right now, we are showing showers being delivered along the East Coast for the most part. A few isolated ones in the interior portions of our viewing area, but not much going on right near the coast. There could be a sprinkler or 2 in the mix here in the next hour or so. But currently, we have partly cloudy skies, 85 on the temperature. It feels like 89. The highs today were in the low 90s, close to record-breaking. Winds out of the northeast at 12. And the pressure is at 30 inches even, and it is holding steady right now. And high pressure continues to remain in control. Temperatures around the area now has cooled to 89 in Punta Gorda. They were just at 91 about an hour ago. Avon Park still at 90. Bradenton at 85. The same in Sarasota. Venice a little bit warmer at 88 degrees, and Inglewood at 88. Evening planner looks good. If you have any outdoor activities planned, not bad at all. Mid-70s by 11 o'clock tonight under generally fair skies. We'll have much more on your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Loud protest and chanting on the campus of the University of Florida today. Crowds of protesters gathered as white supremacist Richard Spencer arrived to deliver a speech on his racist views. It's Spencer's first planned visit to a college campus since he and others took part in the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in August. That rally ended in the death of a counter-protester. Here's a glimpse of what Spencer had to say during his speech today.
Not everyone in the alt-right even agrees with my concept of the ethno-state, but I would say that effectively everyone in the alt-right agrees with the notion that a racially or ethnically defined state a nation state, is justified, that it doesn't need to apologize for itself, that it has the right to be.
As a public university, UF is prohibited from stopping the event based on the contents or views of a speech. Now, among the thousands of protesters in Gainesville, some were from right here on the Suncoast.
ABC7's Christopher Brantley talked to them today. He joins us live now from Gainesville. Christopher?
Good evening, guys. And you know, things are really calming down right now. Students have been making their way off of the campus here for the last hour or so since the speech ended, really in large streams. So really by the event venue itself, there really are no students there at this moment in time. You can still hear the sounds of helicopters flying overhead, both news and law enforcement, and a noticeable presence of drones have been out here today flying overhead all day long. No idea if those are law enforcement drones or if they were private drones, but they've certainly made their presence known. Now, earlier today, we did speak to some people from the Suncoast, the Manatee County chapter of the NAACP. They made the trip all the way up here this morning. They wanted to be sure that their voices were a part of the groups protesting Richard Spencer's speech. Spencer has called for racism to re-become a part of our culture and society, but a large number of protesters here today said that will never happen, using an example from history.
We should be learning from history, and this is something that we saw in Germany with Hitler before. This is exactly how it started, where hate speech was allowed. So today we need to not allow this message to continue. We need to really stop it and just stop spreading this hate.
And there were many other groups out here as well. There were moments that the crowd got a bit more spirited than others, but for the most part, throughout the day, the crowds were relatively peaceful. Live in Gainesville, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Christopher. The protests and controversial speech in Gainesville will be the focus of ABC7 News at 7 tonight. Alan Cohn joins us now for a preview.
Jacqueline, we are not only going to have the latest from Gainesville, we're going to have reaction from the Jewish community and African-American leaders here on the Suncoast. We also want to hear from you. What did you think of what Richard Spencer had to say at UF? Should he have been allowed to speak at all, or are we giving him a bigger platform by giving it so much attention? Join the conversation on tonight's topic. Just visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/mysuncoast.com.abc7. And we'll have the latest on the speech and the protests and the reaction tonight coming up at 7.
All right, thank you so much. Now, Rick Scott still has more than a year remaining in his term as Florida governor, but there's already a question about travel for his successor. Scott fulfilled a campaign promise back in 2011 when he accepted bids totaling more than $3 million to sell off what had been the state's 2 airplanes. Now, those planes regularly shuttled previous governors from event to event. Since then, Scott has paid out of his own pocket and has been using his private jet to travel throughout Florida. Earlier this week, Scott was asked how the next governor will travel the 6,000 square mile state, but he deflected that question.
My goal is the next governor is going to focus on how they can get more jobs in the state. It's still, even though we've done well, we're over 1.4 million jobs, it's still the #1 issue you can do for a family besides their education and keeping them safe.
When pressed on the question of whether he would approve a budget in 2018, that includes the millions of dollars needed to buy a new state airplane once he leaves office, Scott responded by saying he will review any budget sent his way by the legislature.
Some Florida lawmakers want to make it easier for people to recover from surgical procedures. Representative Paul Renner is filing a bill that would allow recovery care centers in Florida. Patients could stay in those centers for up to 72 hours after having a surgery. The measure would also allow patients to stay in ambulatory surgical centers for up to 24 hours, ending a ban on overnight stays. State Senator Greg Stubbe of Sarasota has filed a similar bill in the Senate, but his proposal does not include recovery care centers. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a major source of back pain.
What you can do to maintain good posture and improve your overall health.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
Most of us have been told sit up straight or stop slouching, and there are good reasons as to why you should maintain some good posture. Poor posture can cause serious back pain, making it the second most common reason that people go to the doctor, according to the University of Maryland Medical Center. A New York spinal surgeon suggests a few things you can do to improve your posture. Deep belly breathing enables the spinal nerves to move within the spinal channels, diminishing pain. Also, neck stretches and using light weights and performing yoga poses can help improve your posture. And also push-ups they can be great as well. They can strengthen your spinal and postural muscles.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, beautiful day out on the beaches today. Nice east breeze, keeping things mild there. Lots of sunshine. Load up on the sunscreen tomorrow if you're heading out there too. It's going to be just as nice. Holmes Beach webcam showing just a few fair weather cumulus clouds rolling in from the east. And looks as though the showers that we may see will be very isolated and won't be around very long. And that should continue on into Friday. Titan radar picture again showing that easterly component. That stationary front is all but washed out now. It's down to our south. There's really not much behind in terms of colder air. We noticed that today. Highs were into the upper 80s to low 90s, well above the average. And high pressure, though, continues to keep skies clear. Look at this from Memphis all the way over to Raleigh. And Atlanta now looking really quite nice. That high pressure will slip a little bit further off to the southeast, and the winds around it rotating in this northeasterly fashion right through Sarasota. That brings some rain into parts of the east coast. A little bit better chance there as that warm Gulf Stream continues to work its way northward. That air picks that moisture up and brings some brief low top showers across the east coast. Currently it's 85. We have a few clouds around. The heat index not a big factor. It's 4 degrees warmer than the actual temperature. Winds out of the northeast, and the high today was 89. That's well above the average of 85. The record not far from it. 92 set back in 1971. This morning's low was at 70. Typically we're at 67 for a low temperature. Well, this month has been dry. Typically October is a very dry month. Just 2.17 inches we should be average right now, but we're 1.86 inches below that so far. And as far as the futurecast goes, a brief shower not out of the question. Friday, more of the same. That easterly flow continues to stay with us all the way through Saturday with 1 or 2 lone sprinkles. That'll be about it. No measurable precipitation anticipated through much of this weekend, really. Hourly forecast for tomorrow looks like this for Friday. High temperatures again above average, looking at upper 80s to near 90 degrees. In most areas east of I-75 will get to 90. But the morning will be a nice start. Just like we saw today, I was walking the dog and nice breeze out of the east. I thought it was Wednesday, but it was actually Thursday. That's good because that means we're closer to Friday. And then Friday does look pretty good. The same story in the morning. That northeasterly wind will continue anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. That always brings in that lower dew point temperature because it's not coming in from the Gulf at this point. It will be a bit breezy. Small craft should exercise caution for boating tomorrow. The advisories have been since lifted and looks like a little bit better for us over the weekend for boating. Well, the tropical tracker not tracking anything right now. We'll have to watch, though, this next front. Indications are a couple of models suggesting something's going to pop up out here. Where it's going is anyone's guess at that point, but we'll see if that does happen late next week. Again, looks as though we will see a nice day for us tomorrow. Some showers, though, moving into California. Good news on that front, though. They're starting to get a lot more rainfall out west, and it appears that the fire danger is still there, but it is lessening somewhat. For boaters tomorrow, caution should be exercised. A moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. And as far as the extended forecast goes, there it is. We have a slight chance only through Sunday, and then a better chance come late Monday and into Tuesday. And then the cooler weather filters in on Wednesday and Thursday. Back to you.
All right, sounds great. Thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Right now, there is an accident on I-75 in the northbound lanes right near the University Parkway exit, and it is tying up traffic for quite a few miles.
Just months after becoming a public company, Blue Apron is cutting more than 300 jobs. The meal kit seller, which had more than 5,000 employees as of June, says the cuts were at its corporate offices and warehouses where those meal kits were packed and shipped. Blue Apron has been facing increasing competition from Amazon, which purchased Whole Foods and is testing its own meal kits.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's easy. You just get it in the mail or have it delivered to your house.
And make dinner for the rest of the week right there.
I guess so. Entertainment news is next.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
It's no small wonder
Anybody lost it all?
I just love art that moves me.
No smile.
I mean, really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Actor Shia LaBeouf is in court today in Savannah, Georgia on misdemeanor charges of obstruction, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness.
He was arrested in July after police say he became irritated and spouted profanities when a woman and an officer refused his request for a cigarette. The 31-year-old actor publicly apologized, saying he's working towards sobriety. LaBeouf pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 12 months probation and 1 day in jail, which he has already served.
Another organization is wiping its hands of Harvey Weinstein. The Hutchins Center for African and American Research at Harvard is taking back a medal that they gave to Weinstein in 2014. The award recognizes contributions to African American culture and the life of the mind. Weinstein is accused of sexual assault and harassment from numerous women, although he denies those allegations.
And actress Rose McGowan is canceling all her upcoming public appearances in the wake of the Weinstein sex abuse scandal. That's according to a statement from organizers of the Tallgrass Film Festival in Wichita. McGowan was set to receive an award there. On Twitter, the actress accused Weinstein of rape. The New York Times reports McGowan reached a settlement with Weinstein in 1997 after an alleged encounter in a New York hotel room.
Well, the Me Too movement on social media continues to grow today. Reignited by the Harvey Weinstein scandal, it has now evolved into a sweeping effort to raise awareness about sexual harassment and assault. As of this morning, there's been 1.5 million tweets and 13.5 million posts, comments, and reactions on Facebook and Twitter. Actress Alyssa Milano says that she wants to elevate the conversation surrounding the Weinstein scandal, focusing on the victims instead of the perpetrators.
I think that the numbers are a testament to how powerful women can be when we do stand together and we are one.
Some of the top employment law firms in the country tell ABC News that they are seeing a significant increase in inquiries related to sexual harassment. One firm says calls have even tripled.
Chelsea Handler's talk show on Netflix is coming to an end. Handler tweeting she will not return for a third season of her self-titled program. Once the show ends at the end of the year, Handler says she'll focus on activism. She says she hopes to be better informed, raise my voice, and participate in a more meaning and fun way. She said meaningful, fun way.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll see.
All right, well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather after this.